Good morning, guys, from the wonderful, historic and a bit chilly city of Puebla. Now it's my last day here and it's just stopped raining. It's been raining through the entire night and also the entire morning, and now it's just stopped. And let's take this chance to head out of the city to a very interesting place. A random town about half an hour away from here by Colectivo, by shared taxi. And in that random town, a place called Choluca or something, I don't remember the name, but that random town houses the world's biggest pyramid by volume. Who would have thought? The world's biggest pyramid in a random Mexican town in central Mexico. So let's head to Choluca or Choluca, whatever it's called, and search for the world's biggest pyramid. Vamos! Check out the calm, wet Zócalo, or beautiful Zócalo square with the beautiful cathedral of Puebla. On an early morning, as we make our way to the world's biggest pyramid, apparently. But definitely a place you need to visit when you come to Mexico. Puebla. Surely up there with the prettiest cities I've seen in the world. It's a bit small. It's kind of surprising for me that it's the fact that it's the country's, Mexico's fourth largest city is kind of surprising, to be honest, because it feels like a small city. Like, it reminds me a lot of Oaxaca City. It feels like a small city, really, compared to Guadalajara and Mexico City. Obviously, it feels like a village. And we're back where we ended the last video, because quite close to here is the Colectivo station. We're going to take Colectivo to Cholula. So we've now made it to the street, apparently, where the Colectivos are going, to Cholula. Here you got some tacos in the morning, tacos for breakfast. Nothing that I recommend, but Mexicans do it anyway. Disculpa, señor.
Cholula.
Cholula. Acá. Okay. Gracias. Ese. Perfecto. Gracias, señor. He immediately knew what I was asking for. ¿Cuántos son?
10 pesos.
10 pesos. Okay, perfecto. This must be a bus from back in the 40s or 30s. A school bus from 1880. Pretty stylish though. But guys, I've never sat that low in a bus in my life. Check it out. Check out how low you're sitting here. You're actually lying here in the bus. You're not sitting, you're lying. Check it out. I've never sat that low in the bus. But yeah. There's a first for everything, right? Well, thankfully it's not for a long time. Right guys, there goes our bus, we've made it. I've practically fallen asleep. It wasn't a long ride, it was like a half an hour ride, but yeah, I was sitting so low, I got too comfy and fell asleep. And here we've made it to Choluca, or Cholula, whatever the town is called. I'm forgetting the name, I keep forgetting the name of the town. But yeah, we've made it to this Pueblo Mexico here. This magical town here in the state of Puebla. And now, let's go and look for that pyramid. Vamos! And right in time for arriving in this town called San Pedro Cholula. So Cholula, we won't forget the name from now on. Cholula. Not Choluca, not Cholula, Cholula. Right in time, the sun has come out and it's getting warm. So yeah, let's see what Cholula here in the state of Puebla has to offer. And there's another nice building on top of that hill. Wow. Seems to be a nice Pueblo Mexico. Vamos a ver qué hay acá. Right then, check out the beautiful colored streets of Cholula. First impressions, I've just had a coffee, first coffee of the day, and it's a bit cheaper here than up in Puebla, in the capital, in the regional capital of the state of Puebla. The coffee cost me 25 pesos. Up in Puebla, it costs 30 pesos for a coffee. So 5 pesos cheaper. That's a good start. And loads of places to eat out here. A barbershop, probably also cheaper than the haircut and beard trim I've had yesterday. I like it here, I love Mexico. I love the weather here. It's rainy season, but it only rains for some periods of the day, mostly in the afternoon and early morning or during the night. So during the day basically it's still wonderful. Gracias. And apparently this small town here, Cholula, has a population of 80,000. That's not a lot, but still more than I thought. 80,000. In Europe that would already be a small city. Look at that beautiful coloured portal, colonial portal here. Probably the entrance to a church. Doesn't get more colonial, well, colourful Mexican colonial than that. Check out these beautiful streets of Cholula. Check it out, guys. Have you ever seen a prettier street? The more colourful streets. Oh man, what a beautiful place. Who knew? Cholula, the state of Puebla. Señor, ¿dónde puedo encontrar la pirámide?
Uno en la esquina, una cuadra.
Okay, muchas gracias, señor. And check out that beautiful church on top of that hill. Wow! And you've got a mini market. Right, guys, and I think right ahead of us, it is the pyramid, or the remains of it. Check it out. Right underneath that church. San Pedro Cholula. Still early in the morning. Most of these tiendas, most of the vendors are still closed. So that's good. When you come to an archaeological site, a ruin or some kind of thing, you've always got to come early in the morning. When it's less crowded, less hustlers around, less scammers around, and less fellow tourists around. So yeah, apparently that's it, guys. This is the pyramid. But I reckon we should go inside and have a closer look. Look at these flipping rooftops, guys. Check out the beauty of Cholula. Wow, who knew that this small town here in central Mexico, in Puebla, would be so pretty. And yeah, we've got to hike up here to enter the archaeological zone and see the pyramid from up close. But check out the roofs of Cholula right behind me, guys. What a beauty. You can't match the beauty of Mexican rural towns. It's just incredible. I was wrong. I didn't have to hike up here to get to the pyramid. Apparently I just had to walk a bit further down there to the right, but still it wasn't a waste of time, this hike up here. I mean, check out that beautiful view here over Cholula. Wow, it ain't as small as I thought it was. It's actually not a town, it's a small city. Check out how beautiful it is from up here. And now we've reached this sanctuary, which we've seen from all the way down there. And now we've also got to hike up to the sanctuary. Check it out, guys. I mean, I'm not a church goer, but I've got to admit that there ain't other countries in the world with as many beautiful churches or sanctuaries as Mexico. Check it out. Absolutely bloody beautiful. Wow. Here we've got seemingly the modern part of town, and we've got the old part of town. Check it out with that fort, or wherever it is. Maybe it's also a church. Wow. Flipping beautiful. It's absolutely mad how beautiful it is here. I came here for the pyramid, but I've discovered a hidden Mexican gem. That's probably the church or sanctuary with the best viewpoint I've seen in my life. So shout out to the people, to the missionaries probably, who built this flipping sanctuary on this flipping hill. Always believe in yourself. Mostly when I go to places, then I'm doing my research. When I visit places, I'm doing my research beforehand. I'm doing my Wikipedia beforehand. But this time I didn't. I just got told yesterday that in this random town, a 30-minute drive away from Puebla, there is the world's largest pyramid. So I decided to come here. I didn't know that this city, or this town, it's not a city, is that beautiful as well. Wow. And the best thing is that up in Puebla, in the capital of the state of Puebla, you'll obviously see many backpackers from all over the West, you know, many Americans, many Europeans. But here in this random town in Cholula, you'll see many tourists and visitors, but they're all Mexicans. Haven't seen any Westerners up there. Well, maybe it's because it's quite early, but I've only seen Mexican tourists and visitors. Man, no country in the world has as many eye-catching cities, beautiful cities, picturesque cities as Mexico. And this ain't even in the top 50 of most famous, most visited Mexican towns. So it tells you a lot about the beauty of this country. Right guys, I'm now on the right hiking towards the pyramids apparently. Had to buy an entry ticket, $5, $5 flipping dollars. So let's hope it's worth it, because up until now I've not been asked for my ticket yet. So yeah, let's hope it's worth it. Actually, it's $5 for entry to the pyramids and to the museums. There's 2 museums also right next to the pyramids. One right here, I reckon. But I'm not that much into museums, so yeah. But I have to pay the $5 anyway. Let's see whether it's worth it. I reckon it is though. I mean, the world's biggest pyramid. When am I going to come back to Cholula? I'll be back in Mexico many times. Maybe I'll live here one day. I love this country, but when am I going to be back in Cholula? So, yeah. When in town, let's see the pyramids. Right then, it was worth paying the $5 after all. I've just had to show my ticket to enter the path to the pyramids. And apparently, you can even get up to the pyramid. You can even climb it. Now that's nice. It's not like it's a bit like in Palenque in the south of Mexico, in Chiapas. There you can also still climb the temples, but you can't in Chichne Itza, for instance. So that's nice. If you've been to Mexico once and you've only been to Quintana Roo, to Cancun, Playa del Carmen or Tulum, then you've not really been to Mexico. You've been to, yeah, the Ibiza of Mexico. And here we've reached the pyramids, guys. The first part of the ruins. Mexico is obviously full of ancient ruins, ancient temple sites. But this one is a lot less famous than the one in Quintana Roo, in Yucatan, Chichne Itza, or the one in Mexico City, the Aztec, I don't remember the name, but this Temple of the Sun, or the one in Palenque. This one is a lot less famous. But not less impressive though. And also a lot less crowded. This is actually, I think, the 4th or 5th temple site, archaeological site I've visited in Mexico. I've visited the one in Yucatan, Chichne Itza obviously. I visited the one in Mexico City, the Temple of the Sun, the one in Oaxaca, close to Oaxaca City, and the one in Palenque. And out of all of them, this one, so far, seems to be the least crowded one. So, yeah. There's still the courtyard of the pyramid. There's so much history here in this small town in central Mexico, especially in this region of Mexico, in the entire country of Mexico. So much pre-Hispanic history. So much had been going on here before the Spanish arrived. Many wars, many indigenous wars, loads of different indigenous people who live in their daily lives right next to each other. And there ain't many countries in the world, especially in this region of the world, especially in the Americas, with so much pre-Hispanic history as Mexico. The world's largest pyramid, bigger in volume than the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, bigger than Chichne Itza in Yucatan in Mexico, bigger than any sort of pyramid or temple that is known to mankind in this world. This pyramid here, the world's largest, was built in 450 AD by the Cholutecas. That's the people that lived here in this area of Mexico during that era. The Cholutecas. And the lady at the entrance said that you could climb up here. So that's what we're about to do. Vamos! Oh wow! What a hike! After this, we'll go for some food in the center. Haven't really eaten anything yet. I had a yogurt for breakfast at my hostel. Pretty decent hostel, but the breakfast is like, yeah, hostel breakfast. So we'll go for some lunch, some well-earned lunch after this. Whew. And we've made it to the top, guys. Whew. Check it out. Well, the view from up here is not as impressive as from up at the sanctuary where we've been before, but still, check it out, guys. In pre-Hispanic times, when the Cholutecas built this pyramid, this temple, and of course all of these buildings weren't there. Then you just saw the mountains surrounding the ancient city. So much history in this small town in central Mexico. And and so unexplored and untouched by gringos, by Western tourism, compared to other archaeological sites in this country. Top of the world's largest pyramid. Right guys, we're now on our way to the center, approaching the center actually, check it out. Man, this place is so colourful. This is up there with the most colourful towns I've ever seen in my life. And we've got loads of options here for food, also down there closer to the pyramid, but you know me, I don't like to eat out at places that are too close to touristic spots, you know. These are mostly rip-off places, so we got something in the center, which is just a few blocks from here. Oh, what a beautiful town it is, little Cholula. Maybe the prettiest town in Mexico you've never heard of. Right guys, we've made it to the center of Cholula. Wonderful, and I think I'll have some food here. Spotted a place here, Semitas Cafe. I haven't yet tried Semitas. There's so much food in Mexico, and Semitas, gracias, is probably the only thing, one of the only things I haven't tried yet. Everyone's talking about it, and seems to be pretty famous here in the state of Puebla. You read it everywhere. Also in Puebla itself, you read it everywhere. So yeah, I think I'll have a semita here. Looks decent here. Yeah, check it out guys, you got semitas for $3, 60 pesos. So that looks pretty good. Buenas tardes. Right guys, my semita has arrived, check it out. It's basically like a burger. It's like a chicken burger. Well, I ordered the chicken version, chicken breast version. And yeah, it's my first time eating semitas, so check it out. Yeah, let's have a go. Provecho. That's decent. It's not the best thing I've eaten in Mexico. It's pretty simple. It's just chicken breast in some burger bread. But it's good. It's better than tortas, to be fair. So yeah, it's decent. So yeah, semitas. Another Mexican meal I like. Simple, but good. Right guys, so I guess that's it from this beautiful town of Cholula here in the state of Puebla. Definitely a place you should visit when you're in the state of Puebla and when you come to Mexico. Put that place on your bucket list, you won't regret it. So, I'll see you guys when I see you in the next one from Mexico. Hasta luego, amigos. Y Viva Mexico. Now quickly heading back to the bus station. Get back to Puebla, because as you can tell with the wind and with the sky darkening up, it's about to start raining. Flipping rainy season. Hasta luego amigos.